All right, guys, we're going to be looking at some solo drills. Now, there's a lot of variety that you can actually surprisingly get with just a couple basic household items. So one of the things that I like to utilize a lot is a chair. What the chair does is when I tip it on the side, it helps to mimic my partner's open guard. All right, so if I were to take a side view of this, you have the legs up, kind of like, if your partner's on their back and has their open guard. So we're going to use that as an ability to help work some of our passing with some solo drills here. So one of the basic ones that I like to do is I'm going to tip a chair sideways, and I'm going to look to just pass my basic Toriano. So my hands are going to be placed either on either leg or one on the center, which is sometimes just because it's a chair, it's a little bit more stable. So depending on how sturdy your chair is, you might need to vary up your grip. But the principle is still going to work the same. I'm going to look to disengage and move to the side, making sure that my outside leg comes to the inside like I was blocking my partner's hip. Now I can start to walk back and go to the other direction, so I come out one step, my other leg comes in front like I'm blocking the hip. And now I can move back and forth and get some practice just like that. One of the other drills that I like to work on is my X passing. So again, I'm going to start, like I'm in my partner's either reverse De La Riva or their De La Riva, and like I'm in that mission control position. So I'm going to look to isolate the leg, visualize like I'm isolating the hip or holding the lapels. I'm going to kick my leg back up and high, away from the legs, bring it forward like I'm blocking the hip, and coming into a knee on belly. So again, I'm going to kick and practice that X pass. Making sure to switch and alternating both sides. Now, another thing that these chair legs are really good for is practicing my windshield wipers. So I like to stand in the center, and again, if I'm just practicing my windshield wipers, I can have a hand for balance if I need to, and I'm going to windshield wiper over and over, and then I come back over, I'm going to windshield wiper in, out, and this just gives me that ability to practice windshield wipering over my partner's guard and just getting that basic movement together. Last drill that I like to do with the chair is I like to practice my long step pass. So the good thing about this one is you can either slow it down or speed it up and make it as dynamic or as static as you need to, depending on your situation. So thankfully I have the mats here, so I'm going to show you a couple variations of it. So if I want to be a little bit more dynamic and I have the mats to do it, I can be so. Or if I need to I'm working on hardwood, I can slow it down and make it a little bit more technical as well. So for my long step pass, again, I'm going to start one leg in between the chair legs, hand right on the base of the chair, one on the leg. Now when I go for my pass, my hand's going to plant. I'm going to drop to my hip and step back, just like so. Now if I'm looking to be slow and controlled because of hardwood, again, my hand's going to go, I drop my hip, and now I can make this slow and controlled. Now if I have the mats and the ability to, I can turn this into a little bit more dynamic of a drill. So now I can really launch myself into it and kind of practice with a little bit more speed and intention, depending on my circumstance. And again, even still, when you're doing your solo drills, it's always an excellent opportunity to kind of practice both. So now I can do it explosive for a round, and then the next round, I'm going to be slow and controlled, making sure that I have full control through the entire movement. And that is our chair solo drills.